finally broke it. More so than we ever thought we could break it. So, over a little while, something's changed. Something's happened. So, at first it's like, okay, because of the nature of how much time rerun devs started to have to treat this mod differently than this is for the community, it stopped being for them. It started just sort of being, it's like, this is our project, we have to get it done, and eventually it stopped being fun to have it get done. They had the people that stuck around for them, but it wasn't enough. They collectively decided to cancel it because, well, who was it really for in the end? And fair enough. That one ain't that bad. It's mild, per se. But it does sort of show that it's like, at some point, if this sort of thing happens to your sort of dev team, it does kind of sting. But so we are entering into Q4 2025. $17 was supposed to be a Q4 2025 deal. Thank you, Funkcast, for telling us about it. Oh boy. So let's see. Someone comes in. Who knows how long ago it was, but someone comes in, they start hacking devs' accounts, start lurking there, and they start just like weaseling their way until they eventually have made enough trouble that they were able to swipe the build and distribute it. Oh, but they didn't just distribute the build. No, they wanted to make sure they caused more chaos. So they attached a logger to it. Now, it doesn't matter what's in it, it'll log a bunch of stuff that you don't want it to, overall. So not only did they put the devs in danger, but they were also distributing the build to put other people in danger. This is what caused $17 cancellation. Now here is the nature. They genuinely don't like the community anymore. Instead, it is full-on distaste. And I understand why this whole thing is mad at the community, because, well, funny enough, we found out who the identity of the distributor was. Oh, they worked as coder on Mexiflor. Thankfully, they're no longer on Mexiflor, but oh, I can tell you something about where they got in, and that's not good. It's all I can genuinely say is, where do we go from here? This unlike leaking a build and it's just leaking the build, they went out of their way for it. As many people have said, it's eerily similar to the 2022 era where EXE was heavily prevalent, and that causes issues on its own, but where do we go from here? Simple. Condolences to the devs of these projects, because they've had people cause genuine problems for them that they can't continue, whether it's making them lose motivation, or in $17 case, you literally made their lives actively more dangerous. So you genuinely just fucked up beyond imagination. So the only thing that was proposed, what was proposed doesn't exactly boost confidence, because there's the issue of the fact it's like, well, why not cut it all off? Most of the mods that it's like all of a sudden you randomly find out about again, they're probably already silent anyways. Now, if you're actively following on its development in different areas, that it's completely like you are always in the know, it's not maybe, not. But if there's like genuinely no way to find out, yeah, it doesn't matter what you try to do. But the best thing we can say from now on is, yeah, the prospect of trying to silence showing is a fair one. It is a fair one to make. However, it will hurt to a full-blown reputation, and unfortunately may instigate further and further escalation of radically insane members of the community to do more bad shit. Best we can say is it's kind of hard to. It would be nice if we followed that rule, though, where it's like, hey, here is the advertising campaign strategy. Like, here is my personal best advertising campaign strategy. If you want to announce a mod's in development, okay, fine. Fine enough. Update. You don't have to post a single teaser. Just talk about the mod's progress in terms of technical terms, like content completion, implementation completion. If certain things are specifically content complete and you want to name them off, sure. Or certain things are content and implementation complete, yeah, you can talk about them if you want to be specific. If you don't want to be specific, just talk about it in vague terms. Therefore, people don't know shit. And this one I know is never going to happen. I remember a while back when I was just weirdly over-exaggerating a bunch of stuff. I proposed a mod ban. Which, holy shit. I genuinely kind of look at that in a weird way of, it's like, that is, like, I obviously know it's not going to happen. I mean, heck, like, if people are just going to put their mods indefinite on hiatus, that's basically for them a mod ban. In a soft way. They ain't doing shit, so it's banned from, like, that perspective, but yeah. The best way I can say it is like, you want to keep the filth out, you either gotta not feed them the stuff that constantly gives them fuel, or you just don't, like, you either hide the food from them so they can't find it, or destroy your food supply. And I don't think these people want to destroy their food supply, because some of these people, legitimately, it's their most major passion project. That is not a right thing. But hide the food supply. Hide the supply. That is basically what anyone else can say. All it comes down to is, how are we supposed to treat people like people? Or, like, how do we mitigate this infiltration? And, like, these several problems, it's like, start doing your best to hide the food supply, and then, like, some people are like, do background checks. I will say that doesn't always work, because eventually, what if their psyche changes? What if you've been with them for a while, and then all of a sudden, oh no, something you didn't foresee happened, and it ruined your whole show. That can happen too. Accountability for every outcome is not possible, but the best you can do is at least try. The only other idea I have, the only other thing that could make us unite again, if at all, I don't want to try right now. Because no one's safe to do that. We can think about we can think about physical meetups in the future if we survive. If it gets worse, and more mods eventually just start giving out, based on stuff that isn't even, like, basic give out, it's gonna get worse in that point. by that point, it's legitimately, it's like, no, you're done. It's over. For now, stick to what you got. I'm going on hiatus from FNF content. That means, like, the only stream I'm probably gonna make is the one I initially planned before this whole shebang. I know I didn't make my Silksong videos when I posted one, but really it didn't matter. I 100% Silksong, but I'm not gonna even post this anyways. It was just for fun. I played the game. I beat the game. 100%ed it. I don't want to do anything else with it. But overall, that's just what I gotta say about this. Is condolences to the devs of canceled projects. It's unfortunate the way this had to happen, but your new horizons, I hope, are the best. As for those still around, I guess the walls need to get higher. We can't have open borders anymore. Also, one other thing. I'm probably going to be reposting less Help Wanteds. I don't trust Help Wanteds anymore. I wouldn't want any mod team to trust opening a Help Wanted. You can, if you start getting, like, if you have enough connection to sort of go to a specific person for a Help Wanted and they'll accept it, okay. But do not start posting Help Wanteds on Twitter anymore. I think it's time you stop. Unless you're actively going to do the whole background check sort of thing that suggested in the thing, which I think is, like, probably over the top. I suggest not posting a Help Wanted at all anymore. Just give up on that. It is genuinely not going to be... With the trust issues right now, do not post a single Help Wanted. It is time to pause on that. Other than that, that's it. Sorry I had to be stupid negative, but what else can you do when this is literally the biggest thing we have right now to discuss? Bye.